Crazy thing about this store is they like to hide stuff in the different sections. They be stuff in different sections. Instead of in the bourbon rack, they hide good bottles in sections. So you kind of got to look all around. What's good, everybody? Charm City Bourbon Crew. Just got off work. About to do a little whiskey hunt. I think today we're going to stop over Shawan Wine and Spirits. As soon as you walk in the door, what's going on? They got tequila picks, tequila barrel picks. I ain't a big tequila drinker. My wife loves tequila though. But they got some good prices on that tequila too. If anybody's a tequila fan, let me know. You see something I should be getting? Cause I know what you guys. I know what you guys are here for. You guys are here to see the bourbon and whiskey. Let me get up out of here. See what they got over here. So here go the store picks. Got Rossville Union. Got the Wilderness Trail. Wilderness Trail, 116 proof. Rittenhouse Bottom Bond. Good. They got all the prices of the store picks. Elijah Craig Private Barrel. 9 years, 123 proof. That's good proof. Ain't too high. Ain't no crazy high proofs. Wilford Double Oak. They got a Maker's Mark Private Select. And Knob Creek Cash Strength. Knob Creek Cash Strength always hits. Seems like no matter where you get it from, their store picks always hit. Green River Single Barrel. Got Old Forester. All right, let's go to Bourbon House. See what they got going on over here. Look at this. You got look at that. Damn, that's a good buy. I'm not into the 94 proof, but $49 for 1.75. That's something good to have on your bar. Got the Toaster Rye 44. Burrow proof. The C925 and the A125. No B525. All fours. Bottom bonds 74. Seeing some better prices on that in other places, but Bardstown Rye. I never had Bardstown Rye. Only time I ever had Bardstown was the high wheat. Green River Weeded, regular bourbon. Come over here. Got the Old Carter, 249, for double oak. You got the Pursuit series. This is interesting. It's called the Pursuit series. They do a bunch of these different series under different numbers. I think they're for different states where they source from and get stuff for their blends. This one is a Maryland straight rye whiskey, episode 67. 62% alcohol, 124 proof. If anybody's had that, let me know what you think of it. Peerless High Rye Bourbon for 150. Peerless Double. Here's the thing with Peerless. I love Peerless. Peerless probably makes the best double oak rye I've ever had. But their prices always seem to be high to me. They seem a little overpriced to me. Am I crazy? Am I the only one that ever noticed that? Peerless just seems to be a little overpriced. Frank August for 79. Got a Willet Pot Still. That's just a pretty bottle. Not worth the juice. Never go wrong with 4 rows of single barrel. Small batch select. Look at that Calumet. 379. That's a crazy looking bottle. Burrow Seagrass. Now Burrow, their source product, but they blend their stuff. And if you're gonna source, that's how you should do it. You shouldn't be. It seems kind of weird to me to source just buy Burrow and just stick your name on it and not do any kind of blending or finishing. If you're gonna source it, it seems like you need to do something to it. But maybe I'm wrong. Tell me what you guys think of that. Got the Sagamore 10-year. Let's go high. $84.99. Usually I say for $75.79. Oh, look at this. Got some Bernheim Barrel Proof C925. You got the Bottle of Bond 1792. Red Character. Yeah, this store is a little pricey because I've seen this bottle at King's for $39. Not that 54 and 39 is that big of a deal, but I mean in today's economy, I mean that makes a difference. That makes a difference in my opinion. And the Willet Rye. Oh, this is a Willet single barrel rye, 9-year, $299. The Willet 4-year rye is pretty good. You got it on the shelf. Got some Travelers, Full Proof. Got a Whistle Pig, Piggy Bank. Whistle Pig Declaration Wheat Whiskey, their 250th anniversary. Everybody doing a 250th anniversary bottle. I'm waiting for Sagamore. I heard Sagamore's doing the 250th anniversary. You got the Tumbler Dice 13-year-old for 99. You got the Tumbler Dice 8-year-old. So the dice on their bottles always tell you how old they are. Your straight rye whiskey, 10-year-old, finished in Jamaican rum barrels. That's an interesting one. Her Snow, the High West. This store is kind of weird because they put old school price labels on the bottle. Makes it kind of hard to see sometimes. Damn, that's a not a big fan of. I mean, Knockery Rye ain't bad, 7 years, but to get this big of a bottle for $70, that seems like a pretty good deal to me. What you guys think? Epic. This is probably my favorite rye coming out of Baltimore. A neck and neck with Sagamore, in my opinion. Really underrated. Willet Rye. All Turkey 101. 101 Rye. 8-year. Saturated 90. They don't have the 100 or the full proof. Old Forester. Jack Daniels. Toasted Barrel. Chattanooga. Got 13 colony cash strength for 99. A Blue Note. More High West. Got a Macon Moss Stewart release 74. I've seen the Stewart release for as low as $59. So you got Green River Weeded, Full Proof, 250 Army Edition. Bullet Bottle and Bond is really good. Baker's 7, Baker's High Rye, Old Granddad 14. I don't see the Old Granddad single barrel. The new Booker's in 2026, the Big Easy batch. I think Steven got that already. I gotta see if he let me try that. He don't like to open all his bottles. I had to get my boy to open that thing up for me. Let's see what we got. Double Oak, Omega's Mark, Cash Strength. Out of all the bottles I have, for some reason, it's still one of my favorites. I love 46 Cash Strength. Blue Note. Got a Pinhook, the Vertical Series. Got the Premier Drams. Kentucky Nectar. I think Steven picked that up last week. Burlheim Barrel Proof. That's interesting. Austin Barrel Proof, Elijah Craig. Evan Williams. Nice little selection. A little overpriced, but still it's not a bad selection. It's a good store to come in. You guys should come check them out. Shawan Fine Wine Spirits, Hunt Valley, Maryland. Come check them out. I will say it has the biggest selection, but it got some good stuff in here. Like you don't see Kings County everywhere in Maryland. Kings County Distillery, Belgian Fry, Empire Rye. They got a lot of peerless here. The Double Oak Rye, 119. Man, I ain't gonna lie. It's probably worth 119. It's definitely worth it. That's probably the best double rye I've ever had. 1856 Rickhouse proof. RD1. I've had good things with RD1. I would definitely be interested in this French oak. A lot of people talk about the Amarana. I'm not an Amarana fan at all. Energy Bowman Single Barrel. From Kentucky. More Frank August. Alright, so I'm leaving Shawan Fine Wine and Spirits. Had a nice selection in there. Seemed a little pricey. Well, nothing really that caught my eye. You know, I'm not a collector. I'm a selector. I'm looking for something that's different, something to catch my eye, something I'm going to want to drink. If not tonight, tomorrow. I'm not into collecting. I'm into buying my bottles and drinking them. I didn't really see anything in there unique or different. Nice selection. Some of them kind of pricey. I like that Peerless Double Oak Rye. I didn't want to spend a 120 for today, so I'm going on to the next store, see if I can find something else. When you're hunting, you don't always. Sometimes you strike out. You don't always get something when you go into the store. I like to find that bottle that catches my eye. All right, on to the next store stop. We at King's Liquors on Pulaski Highway. We struck out on our first hunting store, so we're gonna try this. This is one of my favorite stores. This right is my favorite store. My favorite store in Baltimore. All right, peace. All right, as soon as you walk in, you got the wine, CLF. They don't do a lot of store picks. They got a couple of store picks. They don't do as many store picks as other stores. I mean, you have little stuff like Jefferson's rum. You got a Blanton's for 79. E.H. Taylor small batch 59. Like they got a whole lot of it. Yeah. You got Sagamore small batch of 29. Can't beat that. Crazy thing about this store is they like to hide stuff in the different sections. They be stuff in different sections. Instead of in the bourbon rack, they hide good bottles in sections. So you kind of got to look all around. Rusty single barrel, rye, the reserve, cut the spirit, and the old Forester single barrel, Wooford Madeira cast, Wooford Derby edition, all 318. I had an all 318. I ain't never had. I had it before, but it was just okay to me. Not worth that 199 price. Harns Creek for 69, still a good deal. Got a bullet bottom bond for 49. I'll take an 80 for 41. Got an old standard Maker's Mark Casper. That's what I have. Got Pete Way. Henry McKenna for 59. Got the old Granddad for 49. Got the Stewart for these for 72. 4 single barrel. Little Jane Decadent. And they got the Keeper's release for 65. Which one do you think is better? The Keeper's release or the Stewart's release? I think the Keeper's is definitely better than the Heart. You got Elijah Craig Private Barrel, $69. Many years. Private Barrel, 10-year Private Barrel, 130 proof. I got this at home. I'm on my second bottle of that. Might have to come back and get another one. Barrel proof 60. Got Elijah Craig 18. On Worcester Crown Royal. Got Sagamore. Got a broadcast finish. Bottom bond 49. Casting for 57. They have really good prices in here. You got a Manhattan finish. Look at this. I went to this store earlier. Their Sagamore 10-year was $79. They got it for 69 here. Cherry finish 64. They got the bottom of bond for 38. The store I went to earlier, the bottom of bond was $54. What else they got? Got big Elijah Craig bottle. They got 94 rye, 1.75 for $56. That's a great price. They got a small batch store pick, 24.99. I'm not a big fan of the 94 proof, but the store picks I've had in 94 proof have been great. Got Jack Daniel's Heritage Bell 69. You got Jim Jack Daniels Bourbon Rye 69. Can't beat that. You got a triple mash. You got Bird Dog. You got an Uncle Nearest Rye. 1856 or 49. 1884. Let's see what else you got here. You got an Old Forest 100 proof. 1870, 1910. You got Jim Beam Black. A very good selection here. Really good prices. Remember I said about them hot and stuff? Over here in the cognac and rum section, they're high in the book for 104. They're high stuff. You just gotta pay attention. Let's see. Look up there. Got the Whistle Pig 18, Angel Envy Caption. You got the Burl Seagrass 419. You got the Bardstown Foundation. You go right here. They got the Jefferson, Douglas Rye. I never had this Jefferson's Twin Oak, but I've heard it was really good. You got a Nashville Barrel Company, the Catherine's Rye. You got John J. Golden Single Barrel. You got the Bakers. Look at that price on the Baker 7. Even though it's only 7 years, it's $47. Can't beat that. We got an Ezra Brooks, good bargain battle. Ezra Brooks Cashman for 47. This is one of their store picks, Stellum Rye. And it's really good. $37. Can't beat that. Got an Angry Jimmy store pick, Redemption, Foundation. We got some scotches, a Fernhound small batch wheat whiskey, Noah Mills, Fourth Over. Got Pin Hook. All right, so Shawan City Bourbon Crew, we finished with stop at number 2. You know, I did all the shopping there. I had to come out there with something. Well, honestly, that wasn't even my second stop. This is my third stop. I stopped earlier at another store called the Wine Source. It just wasn't conclusive to a hunting video. It was a great selection, great store. Don't get me wrong, great store. But it wasn't conclusive to hunting. It was too crowded, and all the great stuff was behind the counter with 6 registered cashiers. You couldn't get back there. But I did get a bottle from there. So from the Wine Source, I walked away with Old Forester single barrel. This is a barrel pick from the Baltimore Whiskey Group. This is a barrel pick from the Baltimore Whiskey Group. Can't wait to see what that's like. Let's see, I got something else. I got the 2026 Maker's Mark Stewards release. I've been wanting to try this. I've had the Keepers. I had the Pour of the Hearts. I've heard good things about the Stewards release. We're going to find out how good it is and get a review out to you. The missus might be a little pissed off at me, so I had to get her something. I had to come home with something. She'd been wanting a Siete Legras. She's starting to start her own little tequila collection, so I want to get her a bottle that she's been looking for. All right, so I got her the Siete Legras. All right, Shawan City Bourbon Crew, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. We respond to all comments. Until next time, we holla at you. Peace.